Imagine the sting of him walking away, thinking he's upgraded, only to wake up months later haunted by your absence, scrolling through your life like a ghost, regretting every second he let you slip through his fingers, darling. If that fire in your chest is burning right now, lean in, because today on FemPhoria, I'm handing you the blueprint to make any man regret losing you forever. Not through petty games or desperate pleas, but through the raw, unapologetic power of your feminine essence, rising like a phoenix from the ashes of what was, into a version of you so magnetic, so untouchable. He'll question every choice that led him away. Oh, sisters, I've been there, in the quiet aftermath of a breakup that felt like the end, but became my greatest beginning. Picture this. Me, in a sun-drenched villa overlooking the Amalfi Coast, sea breeze tangling my hair, realizing that the man who'd dismissed me as too much was now the one left wanting. While I sipped limoncello under lemon groves, my life blooming without him. It starts with the sacred art of no contact, that delicious silence where you vanish like mist at dawn. Not to punish him, but to reclaim your energy, to pour every ounce into yourself. Cut the cords, block the numbers, delete the threads, and watch how the void you leave echoes in his mind, triggering that primal loss aversion where he starts romanticizing the you he once took for granted. But don't stop there. Elevate your glow up to goddess levels, the kind where you invest in that bespoke facial at the high-end spa in Beverly Hills, feeling the cool jade rollers awaken your skin, or slipping into a custom-fitted dress from a Milan atelier that hugs your curves like a lover's whisper, turning heads in rooms he could only dream of entering now. I remember after my own split, I dove into Pilates sessions at dawn, sculpting my body not for revenge, but for the sheer thrill of owning my form. And when photos surfaced me, laughing on a yacht in Monaco, champagne flute in hand, surrounded by intriguing new connections messaged from the shadows, his words dripping with what ifs, but I was already light years ahead. This is psychological mastery, tapping into his ego's fear of missing out, where your thriving becomes his torment. Subtle dominance in every post you share, every story you live, without ever acknowledging his existence. Sisters, if this is resonating, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. FemPhoria is your vault of these empowering secrets, delivered fresh each week to keep you ruling. Now, layer in the luxury of self-investment. Book that solo trip to Paris, wandering the Louvre with a café au lait, absorbing masterpieces that mirror your own evolving artistry, or curate your wardrobe with pieces that scream quiet opulencia. Hermes scarf draped just so, Louboutin heels clicking with purpose, making every appearance a statement that you're not just surviving, you're reigning supreme. One woman in our community shared how, post-heartbreak, she channeled her pain into launching her own boutique line of artisanal perfumes, scents inspired by her travels to Moroccan souks. And when her ex saw her featured in a glossy magazine, bottle in hand against a backdrop of spice markets, he realized too late the queen he'd lost. It's about becoming the prize he can no longer afford, psychologically anchoring his regret through contrast. Your life, now a tapestry of experiences he once shared, but now witnesses from afar. Each upgrade a dagger of what could have been. Tease the universe with your radiance. Date intentionally, not to replace him, but to explore your desires. Perhaps with a charming architect over candlelit dinners at rooftop bistros. Conversations flowing like fine wine, reminding you of your worth while word spreads back to him through mutual circles, fueling his insomnia with visions of you in another's arms. I've felt that shift myself. From the girl who wondered why me to the woman who declares why not me. Commanding rooms with a glance. My presence alone a trigger for his endless second-guessing. Build your empire quiet line at work at exclusive events. Like that gala in New York where gowns shimmer under chandeliers. Forging alliances that propel your career. Your passions, leaving him to ponder how he ever thought he could do better. This isn't revenge. It's reclamation, where your success becomes the mirror reflecting his folly. Subtle yet searing. Keep weaving this web. Share glimpses of your world on social media. Not overt thirst traps, but elegant vignetessa close-up of your hand, adorned with a vintage Cartier ring. sipping espresso in a Roman cafe, or a silhouette against a sunset in Santorini, evoking mystery and allure that pulls him back into orbit. Sisters, drop your biggest takeaway in the comments below. What's the first step you'll take to make him regret? And let's amplify each other's power here on FemPhoria. Psychological triggers abound. His brain, wired for novelty and loss, will replay memories amplified by your absence, turning minor moments into epic regrets. While you forge ahead, perhaps enrolling in that masterclass on wine tasting in Napa Valley, swirling Cabernets with sommeliers, your laughter echoing freer than ever. Embrace the art of selective visibility. Appear at events he frequents, not chasing, but coincidentally crossing paths in a cloud of your signature fragrance. Your confidence, a silent command that leaves him stammering. I've orchestrated such encounters, feeling the electricity of his unspoken remorse. My poise, the ultimate dominance. Dive deeper into emotional alchemy. Transform hurt into fuel. Journaling in leather-bound notebooks by candlelight. Releasing his hold. Emerging with boundaries forged in fire. Unbreakable. Surround yourself with a sisterhood that uplifts brunches at oceanfront estates. Toasting to new chapters, their stories mirroring yours, reinforcing that you're not alone in this ascension. Luxury details matter. Indulge in silk sheets from Italian linens, waking to the scent of fresh orchids. Your mornings, a ritual of affirmation, whispering "I am irreplaceable" as you apply that perfect red lipstick. Ready to conquer, when he inevitably reaches out because he will. Darling, driven by the void, respond with gracious detachment. A queen acknowledging a subject, perhaps a brief wishing you well, closing the door with elegance that cements his regret. This phase builds massive desire in you too, for a life uncompromised, where men vie for your attention, but only the worthy gain entry. Keep the momentum. Pursue passions that light you up, like learning tango in Buenos Aires, your body moving with grace and fire. Photos capturing the essence of your untamed spirit, haunting him with what he's forfeited. Psychological subtlety, here high's mind will construct narratives of your happiness, exaggerating it into unattainable perfection, while you live it authentically. Sisters, if you're feeling that unstoppable surge, make sure those notifications are on for more FemPhoria magic. Now, envision the long game. Years from now, him still glancing at your profile, seeing you thrive in ways he couldn't imagine. Perhaps married to someone who cherishes your fire, or solo and sovereign. Your life a masterpiece. This is empowerment incarnate, where regret becomes his companion, and freedom yours. Tease fate with your evolution master, a new language over espressos in hidden cafes. Or launch that side hustle into a thriving venture, revenue streaming in like the tides. I've turned my own regrets into rockets, propelling me to heights where X's fade into footnotes. Build that inner fortress. Meditate in serene retreats. Emerald forests enveloping you, emerging with clarity that radiates, drawing admirers while repelling the unworthy. Luxury isn't just material, it's the richness of self-love. Bathing in rose-infused tubs, candle flames dancing, affirming your divinity. When whispers of his remorse reach you through friends, accidental encounter, smile inwardly, knowing you've won without a word. This script flips the narrative. From victim to victor, subtle dominance in every choice. Keep applying. Curate experiences that scream abundance. A private cooking class with a Michelin chef, savoring truffles and tails. Your glow undeniable. Psychological anchor. His regret deepens with each milestone you share, a constant reminder of his misstep. Sisters, comment below how this is shifting your mindset. Your stories inspire us all. Flow into acceptance. Release the past like autumn leaves, embracing a future where you're the sun. Men orbiting your light. This is FemPhoria's promisedules to rule your realm with grace and grit. Let's deepen this mastery, because making him regret isn't a fleeting moment of satisfaction. It's a slow burning, cinematic masterpiece you direct, produce, and star in, where every frame of your life is so breathtakingly luxurious that he can't look away even when it hurts him to watch. Darling, Once no contact has done its sacred work, and your glow-up has turned you into living art. The next level is magnetic indifference, served with a side of dark feminine opulence. The kind that makes him wake up at 3 a.m., staring at your Instagram story on repeat, heart racing, palms sweating, realizing he didn't just lose a woman. He lost the woman. I remember the exact night I weaponized this energy. A black-tie charity gala in London. Crystal chandeliers dripping light like liquid diamonds. Me in a custom crimson silk gown that cost more than his yearly bonus. Slit so high it whispered rather than shouted. Hair cascading in perfect waves. The scent of oud and rose trailing behind me like a royal decree. He was there. Of course he was. Because the universe loves poetic justice. Standing awkwardly with his new upgrade, who suddenly looked painfully average next to the supernova I had become. I didn't even glance in his direction for the first hour. Instead, I laughed with European princes, let a tech billionaire refill my champagne, danced with a Formula One driver whose hand rested respectfully low on my waist. Every move choreographed to look effortless while being ruthlessly intentional. When our eyes finally locked across the room, I gave him the slowest, softest smile, the kind that says I see you suffering and am completely unbothered. Then turned back to my conversation as if he were background noise. That smile cost him months of sleep. That's the power of indifference laced with luxury. It doesn't scream. It haunts. Sisters, if you're feeling that shiver of recognition right now, do yourself a favor. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because FemPhoria is the only place you're getting these unfiltered keys to the kingdom. Now let's talk about the psychology that makes this lethal. Men are wired to chase what retreats and to obsess over what thrives without them. When you disappear and then reemerge as a limited edition version of yourself, his brain enters a state of cognitive dissonance, replaying every memory in high definition, rewriting history to make himself the villain and you the irreplaceable prize. You become the one that got away, the benchmark every future woman fails to meet, the ghost that lives rent-free in his mind forever. I want you to start curating that haunting right now. Book the photographer for that editorial shoot in Marrakech. The one with the golden hour light turning your skin into molten caramel against terracotta walls. Invest in the personal trainer who sculpts your body like marble in the villas of Santorini. Fly first class just because you can. Post the caviar service with your legs crossed in cashmere. Caption it something cryptic like elevated tastes only. Let him see you sipping vintage Dom Perignon on a yacht off Capri while he's eating cold pizza in yesterday's t-shirt. Let mutual friends casually mention how you turned down a marriage proposal from a man who owns private islands because the vibe wasn't right. Every detail is a dagger wrapped in silk. And here's the part most women miss. You don't just upgrade your looks. You upgrade your entire frequency. Start speaking like a woman who has options lined up around the block. Move like your time is priceless. Touch your collarbone when you laugh like you're already adored by someone who deserves you. One of our sisters did exactly this after her ex cheated. She went radio silent for 90 days. Came back with a new body, new passport stamps, and a new energy that screamed, "Touch me and ascend." 6 months later, he was sending paragraph-long apologies at 2 a.m., offering to leave his new girlfriend, begging for closure that she never gave him. Closure is a gift you give yourself, not him. Another queen in our community took it further. She built a 7-figure beauty brand from her kitchen table, got featured in Forbes wearing the same red lipstick he once said was too much. And when he slid into her DMs with the "week you look amazing," she left him on read for 3 days, then replied with a single fire emoji. That's dominance. That's art. That's what we do here at FemPhoria. Drop your favorite revenge, glow-up detail in the comments right now. I read every single one. And your stories fuel this sisterhood. Now layer in the luxury of emotional detachment. Stop checking his socials. Stop asking friends about him. Stop letting him live in your nervous system. Replace his name with new experiences. Private chef dinners and hidden speakeasies. Sunrise hot air balloon rides over Cappadocia. Shopping vintage Chanel in Tokyo with cash because you can. Make pleasure your full-time job. when he inevitably reaches out. And he will, because regret is a slow poison. Respond like a queen, addressing a subject who forgot his place. Kind, brief, slightly amused, never available. I'm glad you're doing well translated means I'm thriving in ways y'all never understand. Never explain, never complain, never give him the satisfaction of your pain or your attention. Let him drown in the mystery of how you became this version of yourself without him. And sisters, if you want the exact framework, I used to go from heartbroken to untouchable. Stay locked in because FemPhoria is dropping that masterclass next week. Keep watching, because the best part is yet to come. And now, as we crown this transformation, understand that making him regret losing you forever isn't the goal. It's the inevitable side effect of becoming the woman you were always meant to be. The one who walks into rooms and silences them. The one who doesn't need to announce her power because it radiates like a solar flare. The one he will compare every future love to until his dying breath. I want you to close your eyes for a second and see it. You, 1 year from today, stepping off a private transfer in Dubai, wearing sunglasses that cost more than his rent, skin glowing from Qatari gold facials, body wrapped in a dress that was sewn onto you in Paris, laughing at a text from a man who flies you places just to watch you smile, while your ex scrolls through your life like a broke tourist pressed against the glass of a world he can no longer afford. That is the standard now. That is your birthright. I lived this exact scene last year in Mykonos. Whitewashed streets, bougainvillea spilling over walls, me dancing barefoot at a beach club while a Greek shipping heir whispered that I was the most captivating woman he'd ever met. And somewhere across the ocean, the man who once called me too intense was liking my photos within seconds of posting. His new relationship crumbling under the weight of my absence. That's not ego. That's physics. Energy doesn't lie. When you become the main character of your own movie, everyone else becomes background. So here's your assignment. My queens, starting tonight, delete the screenshots, archive the chats, unfollow the memories, and begin the most delicious love affair of your life. With yourself. Book the appointment, buy the bag, take the trip, say yes to the invitation that scares you. Say no to anything that feels beneath you. Make your pleasure non-negotiable. Make your peace unbreakable. Make your standards a religion. And when he comes crawling back, because they always do, with their weak apologies and weaker promises, look him dead in the eye or leave him on read forever and know, deep in your bones, that you didn't make him regret losing you. You made him realize he never deserved you in the first place. That, darling, is the ultimate flex. That is dark feminine mastery. That is FemPhoria. If this video just rewired your entire nervous system, and I know it did, comment I needed this right now. Tell me the exact moment that hit you hardest, because your testimony is someone else's permission slip. And hit that subscribe button. Turn on all notifications. Join the sisterhood of women who no longer shrink, who no longer settle, who rule like the queens they were born to be. You are not the girl he left. You are the woman he'll never forget. Go live like it. I'll see you at the top. Glowing, thriving, untouchable.